Herbivore. Good morning. How are we doing, guys? I see we've had a couple of bellends in the room already. I'm glad they're gone. Kelly Horrocks is in the house. Morning to you. Kindness Felice. Hello. Dan. No, he's not heard me. He's here. Richard Benham. Angerad's live. Subscribe to her. She's bloody great. Zel Naga. Gemma, vegan for the animals. You are a good guy. Good old vegan realist. Very good. Eliza the vegan is here. Subscribe to her also. She's great stuff. It's a lot of stuff for me to read but not respond to. Vegan Noah in the house. Good morning, my friend. How are you doing? Gomez is here. Lovely Gomez. How are you, my darling? Daniel K. Daniel K brings up a good point. Gummo. You can't argue with logic like that. Scott Johnson's in the house. Good morning, everyone. Not on for long before work. Love popping on. Hope everyone is great. And we hope you are great, Scott Johnston. Thank you for joining. No, he's doing good. How about me? I'm doing really good. Well, we've finally got our course ready. I think we're just waiting for one more little thing that needs to happen. I can't even remember what it is now. But I think we will have our course out today, our online nutrition course. We've been working months on it, and then the last couple of weeks, we've just been, well, I would be pulling my hair out if I had any left. Just trying to get it, get it available for people, all the back end, like, annoying technical stuff. We hired a guy yesterday for an hour. 3 hours later, he'd pretty much, we didn't realise how much we still had to sort out. So hopefully, we'll have that up later today. So that's exciting. Stacey Langley in the Hizzy. Noah's in San Diego. Oh, near Brian Turner. He's good stuff. Lovely guy. Daniel K. It's short for Guten Morgen. Kumo. Oh, sweet. I actually know like a couple of words of German. Not more than about a couple though. Craig Lipnicki. Afternoon, everyone here in Australia. Thanks for joining, Craig. I always say this, but Australia is my third biggest following, so I like to come on earlier in the day and catch you guys before you go to bed. Dan, I prefer the Alan Partridge sketch over the Dan with the white van one. Me too. Thanks, Zelnaga. Thanks for noticing. God, I got them goddamn cobra traps. Oh, thank you, Scott Johnson. Bless you. Aaron Nicholson. Hey, Hench, do I remember correctly that you cured your SIBO with goji, man? You do indeed. Yeah. I developed that. I mean, it's probably 3 years ago now. I can't even quite remember. But, yeah, I was in a really bad way. Like, I was cramping up and could hardly eat, like, anything. And I was trying to grow mass at the time. And, like, I was getting smaller. And, I was so upset and, like, just didn't know what to do. And, yeah, ran the old SIBO test and it came up positive. and he told me like what to do. We worked out like a regime. I had to ramp up on these like natural antimicrobials, and we took them like over a course. We were doing like 2 at a time and then swap them one out, bringing another one in. It's all a bit complicated. I don't profess to understand it, which is why I deferred to him as the expert. But yeah, he sorted me out in short shrift, and now I can eat like whatever I want. So, and in retrospect, I think where I might have gone wrong is just cramming in so much food like so often. I now eat 3 meals, but with like a good 4-hour gap in between. And then I have at least 12 or 13 hours where I'm not eating anything, and then so it's not come back. And I think that's what I was doing. I just crammed in too much too regularly. So yeah, that was interesting to me. And in that way as well, like you give your gut microbes like a rest, like so they're not constantly like working. It's very good for your health. Ben, I'm living near Norwich. Nice. Love your videos, man. Thank you. I turned vegan 2 months ago. I can't believe I even did these things. Nice work, man. Thank you, Ben Hayward. Where exactly are you living? I wonder if I know it. And congrats. Let's give Ben Hayward a round of applause, people, for finding veganism. Good man. Vin, morning, Paul. Hope everyone has a great day and positive vibes. Sure, right back at you, my friend. Right back at you. Vegan, no, are you gluten-free? I was. So, you know, my whole life, up till about age 30. No, hang on. No, that would have been 38. Up until like my mid-30s, I ate like tons of gluten all the time. I would eat a loaf of bread a day. And then I went whole foods plant-based. Mostly I went actually like high fruit, like almost like a raw diet, but with a couple of servings of a protein powder. And then after a couple of years, Aylsham, yeah, nice, just down the road. After a couple of years, we were at a restaurant, and I just decided, we were at an Italian restaurant, I thought, I just want to eat something different for a change. So I had a whole wheat pizza, like pizza base, and yeah, it crippled me for like 5 days. Like my guts were in agony. That night, I was basically, you know, I had like terrible like diarrhea, and I was just sat on the end of the bed, doubled up in agony, just rocking, just tears streaming out of my eyes, just in such agony, like I'd been kicked in the guts by like a mule or something. And yeah, so I think that I'd maybe always had like an issue, but I didn't know it. But then having a break from it, that really highlighted how bad it like was. And so I thought, you know, then I cut out gluten for like years, you know, maybe like 5, 6, maybe about 7 years I didn't eat any gluten. And then with the thing we were then talking about with Goji Man, cured my SIBO, and I accidentally ate some gluten, and I didn't find out till later, and it did nothing to me. And I just said to the waitress where we were, it was Yo Sushi, I was like, no, there can't be gluten in that. She's like, it is. This breaded like panko breadcrumb, like tofu, you know, like, is it called? Oh no, that's the type of curry. Anyway, some breaded tofu like fillets. So then I had 2, and that was fine. The next week I went back and I had 4 of them, and I was fine. And yeah, I've just been eating whatever gluten I want ever since. So it seems like maybe the SIBO, I don't know, but curing the SIBO. So maybe I always had a bit of SIBO going on, like low level. I don't know. But curing the SIBO got rid of my gluten problem. Goji Man said that could be a thing. And I didn't really take it in. I just didn't believe it. But it was a thing. And yeah, now I can eat now I'm eating seitan and stuff. So obviously fine. Daniel, what is good food to put en masse. I feel like I eat a lot, but can't put on a lot. So you need to eat like more calorically dense things. So I always advocate whole plant foods diet for everyone, for whatever, the reason: health, fitness, disease prevention, treatment, reversal. But you need to emphasize the more calorically dense foods. So I'd be going higher in overt fats, things like nuts, seeds, whole nut and seed butters, avocado. You want some legumes, you want some whole grains. I wouldn't be afraid of putting in a couple of servings of a more processed protein food though. So, tofu, seitan, TVP, protein powder. There's a link below for Viva Life, which is my favourite brand. 10% off with my discount code. And then you want to be eating like other things like your fruits, but I wouldn't eat much in the way of apples and oranges. I would be eating more like their real nice tropical fruits like, pineapples and mangoes, dried fruits as well, dates, raisins, like that, just more calorically dense. You need a bit of leafy greens, you need a bit of like yellow, orange, red produce. But I wouldn't go overboard on that relative to like all the other things. Smoothies are a great tactic for getting more calories in. Hope that helps. Aaron, do you think there would be any side effects to those taking natural antimicrobials and whatnot if you only suspect you had SIBO? If you didn't have SIBO, you would then be killing off good bacteria for no good reason. So yeah, that's a really silly idea, or a really bad idea. Yeah, get tested, just confirm, know what you're dealing with, and then you can do an informed plan of attack. Nice, Daniel. They do a good creatine as well, which is micronized, so it's like more absorbable. I don't get on with a normal creatine, but that one actually works for me, which I found surprising and very pleasing. As well, make sure you've optimized your vitamin D3. This lowers your sex hormone binding globulin to give you more free testosterone, so that's important. Gomez, born with a rare genetic condition, animal allergies, not hip parents. Yes. Yeah, not many of us had hip parents, we're sad to say. But, of course, as time goes on, that's going to become more of a thing, isn't it? Craig, have you seen or heard of the documentary The Wisdom of Trauma? Yeah, I have heard of it. I've not seen it. It is very interesting. It has small sexual using hallucinogenics to inner work, which I know you're interested in. Okay, yeah, that did come across my radar, and I remembered thinking I should give that a look. Of trauma. I've made a little note there, and we'll try to check that out. At the minute, I'm going through blinking. I'm watching this guy, Dr. I forget his first name now. Begins Salish. Dr. Salish Rao. He's really good on kind of environment and ethics and things, and so I'm watching hours worth of his online webinars. So that'll be a while before I can get to that thing you just recommended me, Wisdom of Trauma. But yeah, I would like to give that a look as well. That would be great. Shaggy. Hi, Sir Hench. Is soy protein isolate good for building muscle? Why, yes, it is. Obviously, it's not optimal for health because you're not getting anything other than the protein. So, again, I wouldn't suggest going mental with that. I would say 1 or 2 servings of that, but plus otherwise whole foods plant-based diet. And I think you won't go far wrong. I think you'll get some good results, but you'll also be healthy as well, which at the end of the day, who wants to be the biggest, strongest, leanest corpse in the cemetery is my perspective. Yeah, you know it, Zell, you know it. I always put my seaweed in my smoothies. I could really taste the dulse this morning. I don't know what's going on, but I think my seaweed has become like sort of fishier tasting. I'm noticing it. I'm not enjoying it. Vegemite Codbod, yo. I'm good. How are you, my friend? Angela, just wondered if you were happy with how things are going since you've been doing YouTube full time. I'll be honest. I went through a bit of a patch where I was quite fed up with things. Not fed up, but things are not growing the way I would like them to. I got very stuck in terms of like subscriber count. Not that that's everything. Reach has been kind of diminished. I don't know if YouTube's just so saturated. I mean, we're doing all right. Financially, like we're doing okay. We could use a bit more spare cash, but as I said, we're dropping our online course today. So hopefully that should be the answer to everything we hope if we make some sales. But no, I mean, I've got great stuff from it. I'm now really seeing YouTube as not the end game. I always thought like that would be the end game and I would just grow a massive following and get more and more reach. But it's not really happening like that. But I see this as practice for our next venture, which is we're going into business with this other lovely couple and yeah, we're just massive opportunities and it's going to be crackers. So I see this now as training for that really. And that's brought the shine back to it. I'm enjoying YouTube like fully again now. Whereas before, like when you put in so much effort and it's limited like rewards, you feel a bit hard done by. But yeah, I'm not feeling like that now. I'm feeling like, I'm just improving my skills and it's all training for the next biggest thing, which I think is going to see veganism really catapulted into the mainstream. It's so I'm not allowed to tell you anything about it, but it's so bloody exciting. Soon enough you'll all start to see what's it all about. What a great question, Angela Tillman. I don't think anyone's ever asked me that before. Do you know, as I say, like it's a bit miffing when like you don't feel like you're being rewarded for the effort you're putting in, because I put in like all hours, but I'm my own boss. I get to hang out with my mates. I've had worse jobs. Sometimes you need to put things back in perspective, and I almost couldn't be happier. If I was just getting a bit more reach, that everything would be perfect. But yeah, how I feel right now about YouTube, I sort of couldn't feel happier really. I'm just in a really good place. It's a very rewarding job. Well, people won't call it a job, but it is a job. Manos, good morning, beautiful people. What a beautiful person to say that. Give peace a chance. Do you think the UN report about only having 60 years of fertile soil left is correct? I'm no ecologist, so you're asking the wrong person. I really wouldn't have the first clue. I would think that, we can do like veganic farming and, like put back. I would hope, we're a clever species. If we can just get past our greed and then just put all our resources into the greater good instead of being self-serving, I think we could go far. Shaggy. Creatine doesn't work for me. I guess I'm a hypo-responder, an under-responder. I've never heard that term before. Yeah, about 30% of people apparently it doesn't work for. I don't know. Dan, I asked about kombucha the other day, and Dr. Gregor put out a video. Nice. Wish I had that sort of power. Zell, suggestion you could do is reaction video to another vegan or non-vegan videos. Could be a nice way to hang about and be like sub and chill. Oh, do you mean during a live stream? I would potentially be up for that if you guys find some good things to respond to. Gomez, I would love doing the work with hallucinogenics. Yeah, I mean, I've had nothing but amazing results. However, some people have some very challenging times, and supposedly the challenging ones are what you're really after. That's where you really undo, some past traumas, some really deep work. But you have to face those traumas again, and like it can wreck you for a while. Like it's not necessarily easy. So I would choose a little bit of caution. So I kind of say that I love working with them, but I've not had a quote unquote bad trip yet. Well, some people who are studying like these things for like for therapy, they don't say like bad trip, they say like challenging trip or like challenging experience. But this is the challenge where we like grow. So yeah. Zell, hunt the reach to go annoy other popular YouTubers for a collab and massively comment and promote in other channel. I've done some collabs. To be honest, I've not got a whole lot off of them. Even people like Vegan Gains, like, didn't make a whole lot of difference really. Tristan, ever used fermented protein powder? Yeah, all the time. The Vivo Life one is bio-fermented. Yeah, no, it does seem to be more efficacious, Tristan. Yeah. It's anecdotal, but I feel as though it's a boost. I feel like it's the best powder I've ever used. And I always thought, aminos are aminos. What difference does it make? But yeah, I really do rate the Vivo Life Perform or the Ritual. Like, they're both fermented. I like the Perform because it's got the added extras. But if you're on a budget, the Ritual is good as well. Still fermented. It just digests a lot easier, so I guess it assimilates like more easily. Aaron, you reach us in Oregon. Thanks, brother. Bless your heart. I really appreciate you saying that. MT Immermans. Do you eat strawberries with or without leaves? I wouldn't seek to eat the leaves. I would, if I'm decorating something, I would probably leave the leaves on. If you can get rid of the stalk and keep the leaves, yeah, they're fine to eat. I do throw the leaves in smoothies if I'm making smoothies. But yeah, they're great. Shagger, have you been practicing Dr. Greger's recommendations for drinking before nightfall and most in the morning? Yeah, I think my breakfast is slightly more calorically dense. I think my 3 meals are probably not that dissimilar though. But what I do is I front load. I eat early in the day and I stop eating like quite a while before bed. So I'm kind of almost doing it, but it's just that the meals aren't all that different. And part of that is because there's so many calories and so much volume at each meal, like it'd be harder to like tweak it anymore, just in terms of getting enough in, like at breakfast. Gomez, I'm good with doing tough work. You are a good girl. And yeah, that would count as a leafy green. Mitch the Mystery Man, do you ever plan on checking out the States? Yes, we may be there next. I can't say any more than that. Stay at least 200 miles away from Florida at all times. Why are you saying that? Morning, Humphrey. Good to see you, Humphrey Bubbles. That's a great name. Gomez, have you heard of the weed purslane? Yes, that's very nutritious. It grows in the cracks of the sidewalk in the northwest. I just watched a herbalist who said they found out it's high in omega-3s and tons more. I think it may actually have some natural DHA. Don't quote me. If anyone wants to do a quick Google search, got a feeling it's one of the... Some greens do have DHA in them, believe it or not. Zell, I've seen a lot of raw vegan lately. Hope that hype is healthy, not going in a nonsense direction. I think you can do it healthfully, but I think you need to choose caution. But I think it's probably more optimal to eat the range of things, so you get all the different types of fibre. Nice, Dan. Mitch, you know that the world looks at the US as crazy. That's how we look at Florida. Tristan, got myself a non-dairy milk machine. I've been experimenting with adding chia, nice, to my soy milk for added ALA and calcium. And he promises it takes forever to strain. Those fibres be small but strong AF. Yeah, figures. Humphrey, what about some fasting tea? 3 meals a day depends to a bit on lifestyle and that. I don't quite know what you're saying. What about some fasting tea? So I do fast for like at least 12 hours, probably 13, 14 hours, truth be told. Yeah. Florida man, news stories for a good laugh. Okay, I'll say that out later. Why is YouTube hiding the word boners? Sugar. Don't mean to be too graphic, but since eating more whole plant food, I've been having more random bone. Yeah, there was that study, wasn't there? Which what was that doctor's name? Aaron Spitz. He conducted that study on the athletes in the Game Changers movie, and they had like 300 to 500% more duration of nocturnal erections. So yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? It's good news for those with penises and those that enjoy penises. That's what he said. That made me laugh. Gomez, they say yes in purslane. Right, high oxalate, so best cooked if you eat lots. Or would it, if it has high in oxalates, I wouldn't eat more than about a serving ideally, just to be safe. But having said that, I used to eat more than a serving of spinach. I didn't even cook that, and it never seemed to do me any harm. But you know, some people may be more sensitive to oxalates. So best cooked. All right, good to know. Tristan Jordan, are you familiar with carb confusion? No. Carb cycling, yes. And I really think it's unnecessary. I think people overcomplicate nutrition. I think if we look at the longest lived people on record, they just ate high carbs all year round, you know. So I'll do that. Mitch the Mystery Man, what are your thoughts on pearly couscous? What am I thinking of? Pearl barley. I've not heard of pearly couscous. Pearly couscous. Is it a whole grain, or is it more like a sort of pasta? Is it pearl couscous is toasted pasta in tiny balls. Despite its name, it's not a type of couscous. Oh, it's not even couscous. Israeli couscous, also known as pearl couscous, is toasted pasta. If it's a whole grain, I'll be up for it. Made from coarsely ground and toasted wheat flour. So you're maybe going to get a bit more acrylamide, which potentially might not be so healthful. Is pearl couscous whole grain is what I want to know. If it's a refined grain, then I'd swerve it. If it's a whole grain like food, I think semolina flour and water. What's semolina flour exactly? I'm guessing that's like white then, is it? How is semolina flour different? Main difference is coarser, maybe darker. Oh, is semolina flour whole grain? Whole wheat? No, this is not helping. Oh, this is just getting on my nerves. It's just putting me round in circles. It is not considered a whole grain. No, they've had the bran removed. No, cancel. Don't eat that. Final answer. Phone a friend. Go into orange. 50-50. No, I don't like it. Samia Bokta, your view on COVID vax. Actually, I think that might be how you spell it. That might not have been that you were shouting it. My view on that is personal, simply because I can't be asked for a load of people to start arguing in the comments and ruin the stream. I'm sorry. Shaggy, what do you think of pineapple on pizza? Despite what I just said, I'm going to say I freaking love it. Now, maybe everyone's going to kick off over that instead. But at least it's less divisive. Humphrey, I used to use pearl barley to fill up my sewed juggling cubes. Sewed juggling cubes. That's very pleasant. Tristan, complex carbs like polysaccharides in whole foods though, right? Not simple sugars. I'm not sure what you're asking. I noticed that you use dates in your bulking sauces, but isn't fructose still fructose? The fiber's like in there, so it's all right. It's all right. I don't think you'd like destroy the fiber. Gomez, I had one of the biggest kidney stones ever. Wow, 30 years of not being told when 18 to 12 surgery. So yeah, so that was an oxalate, because there are different types, aren't they? I think, but oxalates do definitely cause them. Wow. That is horrible. Morning, Aslan. Good to see you. I must know, Hench, how do individuals, the likes of Dr. Sean Baker and Joe Rogan, suffer any dietary issues when eating a carnivore diet and actually have problems going to the bathroom? Well, they do. Joe Rogan pooed himself, he said, and Sean Baker's testosterone was through the floor. His vitamin D was non-existent. And he had pre-diabetes, so yeah, they are definitely suffering. A lot of these things take years to present, like heart disease, but it's happening. It's happening. Like a 10-year-old kid eating an omnivorous diet has got heart disease. It's a slow process, It's like a ticking time bomb. Thanks, Sel. Mitch, done. I'm a bit disappointed, but I'll eat more conservatively going forward. I have other good recipes. Blend, don't juice, eh? Yes, exactly, Shaggy Rogers. Blend, don't juice. There's something to do with the way that, like, say smoothies and soups, they just take so long to exit the stomach because of the thickness. So that the fibre in that way is like working to still slow absorption. Aslan, yeah, I was thinking, because I tried that once a week a few years ago. It's one of the worst experiences I've ever gone through, and out on a junk food diet, I've got issues. Damn. Yep. What are you guys up to today then? I think, I know I'm off to the gym shortly. I've got upper body pull day today. machine rows, close grip pull downs, upright row behind the back, rear delt flies, easy bar curls, and ab wheel rollout. That's the plan for today. And then I think me and Gemma will be optimising our online course. We'll be getting that out. We should be getting that out today, so advertising that. Hopefully we'll sell a few of them ones. Oh, and we'll be on tonight for a stream at 6 o'clock. So that's good. What have you guys got on today? What are you doing? Shaggy, is it okay to use coconut oil to massage? Only if you're massaging other adults, never babies, because their skin is much more absorbent. Especially during the bedtime session, wink, wink. Ah, I get you. Yeah, it's my lubricant of choice. Oh, Eliza, I'm looking forward to getting your course. Well, you lovely lady. Bless your heart. I might know that you'd be supporting us. Really appreciate you, hun. Aaron is going to the river. Nice. Bit of wild swimming, is it? Aslan, wait, you've got another stream on tonight, Hench? Yeah, so mostly now I'm going to try and do morning streams, which will be solo ones, so between about 8 and 9 a.m. GMT, so about now. Then of an evening, Mondays and Fridays, me and Gemma owe a stream at 6. I may try to do a second stream on the other days myself, though. Just trying to use this as a opportunity to just get used to broadcasting, like, and be ad-libbing, and yeah, just getting the hang of that, getting good at it. I think it will stand me in good stead in our new business. Gomez is heading to bed, 1:27 a.m. That makes sense. Tristan, how important is soluble fibre versus insoluble fibre? Doesn't matter if the insoluble fibre is not intact, it's not fermented in the gut. The insoluble fibre contains resistant starch. So it's not that, yeah, so we don't, the insoluble fibre is not fermented, but the resistant starch within the insoluble fibre is fermented. So both are actually important. It's good to eat the range of things. Yeah. Shaggy, oh, Sir Henchy, man of culture. I'm not quite sure why you're saying that. What did I say? Oh, yeah, I remember. Aslan Grand, I thought I missed this one at least. Okay, make it for the other one. Good. Be nice to see you. Stacey's at work. See you later. Have a good day. Have a good day, hun. We love you very much. You will be missed. Zell, tips for live stream. Read out loud comment if the video is focused on the chat. What? So we can hear the question and answer if we move away from screen and let it play. Small detail, but it's a bonus. But you do it well already. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I thought I was already doing it. If the video is focused on the chat. Ben Stevens. I'm on a mission to get all my vegan friends and family to follow you and support you. Oh, bless you. When I'm back in the UK, I'll be buying your book too. Thank you, you lovely man. I really appreciate you. Tristan, I've read studies suggesting that reheated and subsequent cooling of certain foods may increase levels of resistant starch contained. Well, that's interesting. Reheat and cool. I bet there's like pros and cons though. I bet there's like pros and cons. But that's very interesting. Gomez, much love to you and much love to you all. Wish us luck getting packed last week at our home bed story, not for here. But good thoughts, please. Let's send Gomez some love, please, everyone. Yeah, all the best, hun. All the best. I was going to send you some painted hench hearts. I've said this before, but these hench hearts are actually worth 50 standard emoji hearts, so they should really help. Boom. If you'd like to be able to send painted hench hearts, simply join our channel for a small fee. Give it your money. At least I make myself laugh. Oh, God. Yeah. I better go soon, but we'll do a few more minutes if you've got any comments or questions. Mitch the Mystery Man, I get the reference, Live Aid. What did I even say? I can't remember. What did I even say? That's because I don't eat no meat. I can't remember. Humphrey Bubbles, what about store-bought bread, 100% whole grain, double flax? What about store-bought bread? I guess you're asking, is it healthy? So, healthier would be to eat like wheat, berries, like whole intact grains. Oh yeah, give us your money. Oh, is that from... I didn't even know that was from Live Aid. I vaguely remember Live Aid. I was a kid when that happened. What's his name? What even was his name? That scruffy oik. Forgotten. So yeah, ideally whole intact grains. If you're going to eat a bread, yeah, definitely whole grain. Look for one without, like, you know, palm oil, palm kernel oil, you know, these horrible saturates. Minimal to no oil, ideally. Yeah, low salt, just few ingredients as possible. There's not many around that are very healthy, really. I don't think. Give us your money. Bob Geldof, that was him. As then, Hench, could you ever see yourself on the Joe Rogan podcast, and how do you think you'd fare? If not, who else do you think would go on there and be able to give Joe their business? Yeah, I wouldn't like to go on there. I don't like confrontation anymore, you know. I feel like I've had enough confrontation in my life, and yeah, I just don't see it going well, in all honesty. I would rather see someone really steeped in the science, and I'd just love to see them pull him apart and explain why his science, if he even has any, is nonsense and funded by those that stand to profit from a favourable outcome. And like, oh, here's the balance of data, and look at all these non-industry funded studies. Here's 343 proving that elevated serum LDL is the number one risk for heart disease. And like, you know, okay, your wild dead animal flesh is not quite so harmful as the factory farm stuff, but it's still very, very, very harmful. And here's all the facts and data. And, you know, you're a very silly boy, Joe. That's what I'd like to see. Aaron, superficial question here. If you could own a race car, a yacht, or a plane, what would you choose? That's very interesting. I think maybe a yacht. I don't like to... I've never owned a car. I don't hope to ever own a car. Planes are particularly damaging for the environment, aren't they? I think a yacht would be nice, though. I think that would be a nice way of living. I'll have Jeff Bezos's $60 million yacht, please. Now, isn't it $500 million or something? Like 500 million, 400 or 500 million, estimated. Something ridiculous. It's got like a support yacht, which is more grand than most people's yachts. Marvin Henry. I need guidance, sometimes confused on what to eat. If you want the happiest, healthiest, longest life, legumes, whole grains, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, herbs and spices. Choose from those. I've got loads of recipe videos on the channel. I've got loads of what I eat in a day videos. I've got 2 recipe books out. Virtuous Vegan Desserts, which is all healthy desserts, which taste amazing and like very naughty, but actually will do you good. And then we've got Where Do You Get Your Protein, which is, again, like whole plant foods, a bit more slanted towards higher protein. So it can support your work in the gym or if you're trying to lose fat. But it's fine for anyone, you know, it's just all healthy stuff. So, and then, you know, there's loads of great cookbooks out by all the plant-based doctors. Yeah, How Not to Die cookbook, that's particularly good. I also really like Dr. Alan Desmond's book, The Plant-Based Diet Revolution. That's got some great recipes. Tristan, love what you're doing. You're a constant inspiration to the plant-based advocates everywhere. Keep up the good work. I found it so much easier to change the world by being a living example. Yeah, of our values. Yeah, exactly that. I think that really is the way forward. Thank you for your kind words. And you have a good day, Ben Stevens. Johnny Mayen. Have we said hello yet? I'm sure we have, but just in case.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Hi.
Bob Geldof did indeed do Live Aid. Hi, cutie. Dan, I make my own bread, slowly switching to whole grain flour. Good on you. I bet that's amazing. Joe's right here. Store-bought wholemeal bread is a Dr. Gregor yellow light because of the sodium, but still on the daily dozen. Yep. Tristan, why is it always better to eat the whole grain, least processed form of foods? I've been buying organic oat oats lately. Those old-fashioned oats still cut as preserve the grain. German endosperm. So, the brand German endosperm. Oh, so you're saying like whole grains versus like refined grains, where you lose like the germ and the bran. So the endosperm, it's mostly just energy, really. There's not much in the way of nutrition there. The most nutritious parts are the parts that they would throw out, sadly. Yukon, hey, I tried to buy your matcha on your website, but didn't see the USA. You should be able to just select USA. So the website, I think, how does it work?
When you first go onto the website, it asks you what country you're in.
Yeah.
So maybe don't put, maybe it's like vivolife.com rather than .co.
Put vivolife.com. Oh, but they want to use my... When you go through my link, you should be able to select what store you want, like which country you're in.
It usually just pops up straight away to say what country you're in. So you could go out and then go in again and then see...
Unless you're saying they're out of stock in the USA, which could potentially be a thing as far as I know, but I'd be surprised, but it could happen, I suppose. But anyway, good luck. I hope you can soon get some of that, and thanks for trying to support us. Tristan, instant cream of wheat is enriched with way less antioxidants, I assume. I don't really know about instant cream of wheat. It's not something that's on my radar. Yeah, I don't know how they make that. Ben, any advice on being gluten-free and vegan? Not for me at the moment. Yeah, just avoid wheat, rye, barley, and to eat all the other things. I did it for like 7 years and absolutely fine. If you buy much in the way of packaged foods, you're going to have to constantly scour the labels, and it's in loads of stuff. However, if you eat a whole foods diet, the foods are the ingredients, so there's no list because an apple is an apple, and it's not going to have gluten in it. So it's always healthier to eat the whole plant foods. Oh, I should get to the gym, really. Yeah, I should get to the gym now. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks, moderators, for keeping us troll-free. Back tonight, 6 p.m. with the little lady. So I hope to catch you then. keep an eye out. We may put our video out today announcing the courses out. So if you can all just bloody share that around or whatever, that would be really helpful. And yeah, I think that's all the things. If you're new here, we'd love you to become part of this wonderful community. You can do that by hitting the subscribe button, clicking the bell icon to be notified of new videos. Yeah, and we hope to see you tonight. Have a fantastic day, guys, whatever you're up to. Bye for now. Bye-bye.